Hey guys, Blend Everything here, and today we have a video that you probably wouldn't expect. So, I went to the fair last year, I guess you could say. It's a place called Fear Factory, and it's basically just a haunted house place that's open all year round. And they had a fair ride kind of thing there, like a fair thing there. And what it was a pull-up bar that if you could hold on to it for 120 seconds, I think, you could get $100. And the only trick was the fact that it spun. So this is my pull-up bar. It stays on like a pillar kind of thing that is up in the air, and you can do pull-ups on it. But this is not the fair thing, and I want to win $100 for doing nothing. So here's what we're gonna do. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but fidget spinners, they seem to have these things called ball bearings in the middle. Now, you can't see that one's ball bearing because I took it out already and tested the diameter of these things. So, just so happens that a ball bearing can perfectly fit inside of this pole, a 20mm ball bearing, which is very convenient. Because then I don't really have to worry about this thing just falling apart, and honestly I don't really have to secure it in place very much because it already fits pretty well. So the idea is, this is like an extra pole that came with the pull-up bar. The idea is to cut this into here. So instead of having just a continuous bar, I'm going to cut out this area from here to here, and once that's cut out, I will then put the ball bearings in, one ball bearing in here, one ball bearing in here, ball bearing in here, and a ball bearing in here. And then theoretically I'm gonna put a bolt through it and then see if I can maybe make this work. We'll see. I hope it will, because that would be really cool. But currently, you guys are the only ones who knows that. So, I only had one fidget spinner, so it looks like I am going to be making a trip to the toy store real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we are in the area where the pull-up bar is. The pull-up bar goes up there, you can't currently see it, but instead of cutting the pull-up bar itself, I ended up deciding to get pieces of copper piping, because in the end, this is going to be much more sturdy. And if I was to break this, I wouldn't have to order a special pull-up bar from online, which would really be a bummer and take a long time. So this is what we've got now. We've got some copper pull-up bar. We got like this situation over here with some couplings, and they make it so that the bearing will fit in to this coupling, and then some other stuff. I'll explain it as I go. Firstly, we're just going to get everything laid out properly so that I can just put it all together. Okay, so things are starting to play out. This is a bearing right here inside of this electrical tape situation. And what we're going to do with this bearing that is inside of the electrical tape is shove it right into this pipe. It's going to probably take a little bit of force. And then once that's in there, we will take another bearing, put it on the other side of this, and then put it into the other pipe, which should, in theory, make it so that I can have a spinning pull-up bar. But we'll see. Alright, now I have finished the spinny part of the pull-up bar. So now it spins freely on both sides. Yeah, they're a little saggy, but it's not really important. It is copper and steel that creates the whole thing, so for the most part that's pretty strong. Copper is not the strongest, but it's the strongest they had in the correct size. So, with that being said, it's time to drill right there and right there. And then I can probably attach it onto the pull-up bar. We'll see if that works. Okay, so after measuring a little bit, I've decided I'm gonna have to cut this copper pole right here in order for it to be short enough to go on the pull-up bar mounts. So I'm gonna go ahead and go upstairs and do that. I can't film that, but I'll film the drilling. Okay, so now it's time to drill a hole here and a hole here. With the biggest drill bit I have, which is this, right? Yeah, and I don't know if this is the metal thing, but it works fine. Okay. Let's get this done. Good question is to see if the other bit might work better. Let's see here. This one would hurt if it fell on. Okay, there we go. Now, that should allow no, hold on. I'm gonna use this nifty little setup that I have here because I don't actually have a large enough bit to like drill a hole for room for this to go through, but I have enough. I have enough to make like a pilot hole for it, so now I can drill this the rest of the way through. We'll see if we can widen the diameter of this hole. Okay, it worked. Took a little bit, but it worked. Now, what we have to do is put this like this, and then drill this all the way through. I'm honestly not 100% sure what just happened, but that was really easy. Okay, now I have gotten the drill to go through both sides of the copper, and it is time to try to put this bar on that. Alright, here it goes. Let's see. This is a pretty important part. See if it actually fits in. I need to get the drill. Oh boy, oh boy. Goes in. Yes, both sides go in. I think it actually worked. Wait a second. This is sick. Hold on, that's so cool. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, obviously it's gonna work. For it not to have worked, I would have had to make a mistake, and you know, that just doesn't happen, so I'm just kidding. This is so cool. Like, hold on, let me just show. Oh my gosh, please, please don't break on me. I would be so sad. Let's get up here. Do a little bit of tightening. Okay. Let's tighten. Even though this can go in and out a little bit, it really isn't able to because of the fact that oh my goodness gracious. Let's see if this works. This, I am so excited for. Hold on. Oh yeah, that is real hard to hold on to. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. So, if this does what I think it should, then it's gonna be exponentially easier for me to hold the bar like this as opposed to like this or this. So we're gonna test that out, and I'm just gonna time myself doing this once. We're gonna do the first time the way that should be harder, because either way the second time should be longer whether or not I'm more worn out, so we'll see. So I'm gonna start my Apple Watch and we're gonna go. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna last all. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult. Okay, let's just, okay. 23 seconds. Reset. Start. I think the fact that it's made out of brass does not help. Because brass itself is so slippery. I might want to coat this or something. No, I need to make it hard for me. Okay. I'm shot. Alright, that first time completely wore me out. But it's way harder. Either way, whether or not it's because of the brass, but it is spinny. It does spin. You can see it. Maybe not super smooth, but that's still spinning. Like even when I'm not touching it, it spins. So it's a lot better than this one. This one is still good for like working on pull-ups and stuff, but that one's also good for working on pull-ups. It's just, it also works out your forearms. So like right in here, which is also a muscle that is very much targeted when you are rock climbing. So it's helpful for more than one way. And I'm gonna be going back to that place that they had one of these spinny things in about a month, and I'm gonna get that $100 because I'm gonna have practice. At least I'm gonna hope I get that $100, or else I spent a long time working on this. And you know, I'll still have a reason to have it, but like, either way, it's still interchangeable. I can pretty easily swap between that one and this one. It'll probably take me about 2 minutes to switch back and forth. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And also please share with your friends because, you know, sharing is caring.